All right, we're rolling right along today, guys. Just another good tip, and just to get right down to it, see if you can once you get to a level that you're comfortable at, which is probably towards the end of this academy, and after really doing this for about a year, it's going to give or take depending on who you are and your life circumstances and all of that. But um, just to come right out with it, make a track if you can a week. But if you really can, pressure yourself to make like 2 tracks a week, and do that for a month. Really, what I did is I did a track a day for a month, or at least I tried to, back in August of 2020. The problem was, as I was doing that, I don't know how this opportunity came to be, but maybe it was because of that. Somebody was kind of lurking in the shadows and watching my progress. I was approached to do a major label remix, um, that unfortunately did not end up getting accepted. But so basically, I got to like day 12, and it was very hard to do. But a track a day for the month of August. I got about 12 tracks in, and got contacted and basically had to make the difficult decision. And if you go back on my Instagram, you can probably find some of this content. But I had to make the very difficult decision to either keep going with a track a day, or take a shot at this opportunity of remixing a song for a major label. And I did end up going for the remixing a song for a major label, simply because um, that that opportunity would expire. I could get back to making a track a day just about any time I want to. It doesn't even have to be for the month of like August or the month of September. It could be, just a track a day for the next 10 days, or a track a day for the next 30 days, regardless of where you're sitting in a month. It doesn't have to start on August 1st. You could decide that you want to do this on August 25th and go from August 25th to September 25th. Um, and if you can't do a track a day, and I will say, guys, as a producer of like 15 years, that was very hard to do. It was just hard to be creative every day. It was hard to, even if I was creative every day, it was just plain old hard to do that in regular life. It's hard to, life throws stuff at you. I mean, it's hard to go to the grocery store and eat healthy and do a track a day. It's hard to get a workout in every day and do a track a day. If you have kids, it's hard to have kids and do a track a day. Even if you don't have kids, just having a healthy, functioning relationship, whether it be with your parents or your partner or even yourself, you learn a lot about yourself if you do this. I learned a ton about myself and work ethic doing that, and I'm forever changed as a result. But even if you just have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, it's hard to maintain a healthy relationship while doing that. The cool thing is, though, hopefully your partner is mature enough to see that like a track a day for 30 days, it ends in 30 days or less. If you've already started it. So keep that in mind too, is like it's not a track a day every day for the rest of your life forevermore. It's a track a day for 30 days. And I hate to kind of go a little cynical on you, but this might be a good way of testing the strength of your relationship. Um, it's a real good way to see who's in your corner and who's not. And it can, sometimes bubble up some trouble that you didn't know was there. And I might even venture to say here that if your partner's not willing to roll with the punches, even for 30 days, when it's a pretty cushy thing to do to a degree in some ways, because you're sitting assumingly at home, making these tracks. If your partner can't even roll with you being at home to make tracks, how are they going to roll with possibly a 30-day tour where you're absolutely not at home? You're probably traveling, you're live streaming sometimes, you're in different cities, maybe even different countries. So I hate to be bleak and talk about that kind of stuff, but it can be a career killer. If you're gonna not be single, you need to have somebody in your corner who like is really down for what you've chosen as your career path, which is a very hard life at times of being an artist, sometimes for little pay and heavy travel. So, and it doesn't mean that even the best of couples who have taken this on don't have troubles or hardships, or it isn't hard at times, or they don't fight at times. I would say just be careful. Like that stuff is okay because you're gonna fight and have disagreements anyways. But I would just be careful of those who like don't even want to support you at all, or don't even want to try to give a 30 track and 30-day thing a shot. Or let's just say 15 tracks in 30 days, or 7 tracks in 30 days. Um, but yeah, I would challenge yourself to do some sort of time crunch thing with music. And then the cool thing is, and this is kind of just the nice cap off in conclusion about all this, after I was done with those 12 tracks in 12 days, it was projected to be 30 tracks in 30 days. It just didn't happen, but I had my music for a year. I took every single one of those tracks and I released them on the first of the month for the following 12 months. So basically, what I did was I put myself in a position where I was able to say every single month, new music, new music, new music. It's coming out. Here we go. The first of the month is coming around, new track. Next month, first of the month's coming around, boom, new track. Next month's coming around, boom, new track. So it's a really good way to push yourself creatively, push yourself with your work ethic, um, test the waters of your relationship, but then also in the matter of like 12 to 15 days, get enough music finished, like done, mastered, just sitting on your hard drive for the next year, which then frees up your time to do other things like fun remixes you can release, fan engagement, building your fan base, doing other things like live streaming, which is arguably easier than producing because when you're DJing, it's on the fly and it's live, and you're not just kind of sitting and sulking in your studio and overthinking creative decisions. It's just when this song ends and this one begins, for better or for worse, it is what it is. So, think about these things, guys, and how you can use them to your advantage to get your music set up for the next year, which allows you a lot of free time to do other things like create content, photo shoots, produce other tracks. You know, if you're a year ahead in your music, you can then continue that by making music while your other music is on autopilot and being released. You're in the studio every other day or every other week making music on top of that. So when the current year's worth of music is released and ends, you have another year or two of music that you can release as well, plus remixes, plus collaborations, and everything else. So something to think about, guys, moving forward.